I want to learn. I'm here to learn. Hello.
Hey,
Or
happy birthday.
thank you. So you're going to talk to me about video games?
Yeah, yeah, totally. Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
I don't I guess I don't know where to start, but what's your favorite video game and why?
Oh gosh. I really like Skyrim. I think that why do I like it? I like the open world stuff. I feel like I really like role playing games because I want to be someone I'm not and I want to be able to decide who that person is. I don't like the games where you sign up and you have no options for what the person looks like or what their traits are. I don't know. I think it's also because like I when I was a kid I really liked like Neopets where it's like you design a character um and then you get to dress them up or whatever. That is what appeals to me. And I also really like dragons. So
Fair. I I kind of I felt like I knew that just by looking at you, so I don't know. You seem like you're into lizards and dragons, so
yeah, well, who doesn't like dragons?
true.
Incredible. Yeah. So what's your favorite video game?
Um, geez, I have a shit ton. Let's see. My favorite one, unfortunately, would be unfortunately kind of is I have like a hate love relationship with like Fallout. Um, it's good, but like it can be just the fan base and what comes along with like various like Bethesda and Obsidian. I'm not a big fan of Bethesda, but I'm a big fan of Obsidian, and I like Fallout New Vegas, but I don't like any of the other Fallouts.
What so
So
why do you like tell me about this Bethesda Obsidian thing. This is news to me.
yeah, yeah. Well, Bethesda, it's like a big company, um, huge. Has this guy named Todd Howard, kind of like being the big man in charge of that company, and then Obsidian is like this very small, like kind of like locally sourced at first, video game company. It was only like I guess like 3 or 4 people at the start when they started making video games. And basically the TLDR is that Obsidian came along with the rights to Fallout from these other people who were kind of like the remnants of this other company. They were in Obsidian, so they were like, you know what? Why don't we just keep making the game? And so they made Fallout New Vegas, and then like I don't know what happened, but like some financial issues happened, and I guess Bethesda bought the rights to the video game, and
Mm.
yeah, just pure capitalism right there. So
Just like
they
some
just
weird
dunked
industry
it.
shit. Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, that's why like you see in like Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, you see like this like weird I don't know, it's not very like in New Vegas, it's not like, oh, like, the Reds are coming. It's kind of like this like really like in-depth story mode where it's like you actually go and like do like I don't know, it just seems it doesn't seem like washed down your throat. When you play like Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, it's like, oh, the commies, this, that, the mutants, you got eugenics, eugenics is bad, da da da. And it's like, come on, a little bit more. We're trying to pull a little bit more. I at least like a little bit more story. I like more like I know those things are out. I know like eugenics is bad, obviously. I mean, everybody should know eugenics is bad. And we've explored that like timeline over and over. And like Fallout 3 is just like revolving on like, oh, well, you have to save the Commonwealth or whatever from like, these people who believe in eugenics. And it's also the United States government, the
Yeah.
remnants of them. So,
You want it to
so
be
I guess
kind of
that's like my school.
escapist, you know? That's
Yeah, for
interesting.
sure, for sure.
Hmm. So what else? What video games did you play what was the first video game you ever loved?
Probably GameCube. The I'm forgetting The Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker.
Nice.
That one, yeah, that was like probably my first. I mean, other than 3D pinball on my computer.
But those, I feel like you kind of build relationships with games throughout your life, you know? Like
For sure.
I remember playing just like hours and hours of Pokemon, like the original like yellow on the like the small, just hours and hours, just would not
Yep.
stop, you know? And like even now if I like open it up and play it on an emulator, it's like I love this. This is everything I wanted at the time.
I feel that. I oftentimes wish like we could go backwards.
Yeah, experience it for the first time.
Yeah, precisely. And then I guess what would be like, I guess like my current favorite video game would probably be my next topic, which is like I'm like into like Stardew Valley and like Don't Starve, and those games are just they're really just fun to like lose a couple hours out of your day and being like, oh Jesus, where the hell did the time go?
Yeah.
So
Well, what else we got to say about video games? I know you also previously you signed up for like a minute to talk about journalism. Do you want to say anything about that?
yeah, yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about it and I was like, well, I don't really know what I would talk about. I'm just interested in it, and that's something that I like care about a lot right now because I'm kind of technically doing more journalism than I am video games. So I was like, you know what? I really love video games, and I feel like I could talk about that a little bit more.
Well, tell me what do you want to talk about video games? What do you sit and think about video games?
I don't even. I mean, just like the whole yeah, just being in a different world, disassociating, the disassociation that comes with it, and just like putting yourself elsewhere is really nice. And like I don't know, it's just like there's a lot of things that I've learned from video games that I don't know, I've learned more from video games than I've learned from like
Oh, we lost.
real life experiences, which is,
Oh, we lost you for a
can you
sec.
hear me?
Oh no.
Oh, no worries.
Okay. Wait.
Is that good? Am I
I
good?
I
Bad?
can hear you now. Yeah.
Is that let me move into a better room. There we go.
All right. There we go. It's a little house tour. Ooh. I am the I'm the
But
worst.
yeah, I guess.
All right, go ahead. I can hear you now.
Hey, there we go. Is that better?
That's
Cool.
much better.
Awesome. This room has a little bit better reception. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I like getting lost in the video games. There's something about it. And like also like the learning experiences that come with it. It's really like underrated. I feel like I've learned way more from like video games than I've learned from like real life experiences, including school, which is
Mm.
odd. So I mean, like most like articulate like vocabulary that I've learned like through video games. Like I didn't pick up a dictionary and was like, ooh, I'm gonna read this word and I'm gonna learn it. It's
Yeah.
like no, I heard it through like video games or movies and shit.
I have to find I have a really good book somewhere that I read in like high school that was all about how people over time, because like when sort of TV and video games sort of first started, the like popularity of them has so increased and exponentially forever. And like people like call like video games and TV stupid, or like even initially people thought that movies were stupid and were like bad for your brain and things like that. Because like books, like reading a book is obviously like blatantly a very cognitive activity, you know? Like you're sitting, it's quiet, you're taking in information, it's like raw information. But like TV and movies and video games and things like that, like people said, it's low art, it's not, it's nothing. So this book basically says that by using the examples such as like the TV show Lost, and I forget what video game he uses,
Hmm.
but he says that like based on the trajectory of video games and the fact that and TV, like silly TV, um narrative TV, that the reality is that people like really crave complexity and like really um yeah, like richness and and like rich stories and like true to life relationships and things like that. And like even though, like it's fun to just sit and zone out and do whatever, like it's true that like over time video games have had to become more complicated because people want the
Mm.
experience of it more so than like the mechanisms of pressing buttons. And I always thought that was really interesting. um yeah, I
For
think
sure.
about that a
Well,
lot.
if you ever remember the book name, let me know. I'd love to take a look at it. So
Yeah, I for sure will.
sounds
I think I
interesting.
have it. I just don't want to stop the
No
stream to go
worries. No
look at
worries.
it, but I'll send it to you. I read it at like a college, like a pre-summer college thing. Um, yeah. Cool. So you
Yeah,
got
no
two
doubt.
minutes. You got 2 minutes left. You got anything else to say about video games?
No, I do have most of my pets in the room somehow, so I'd be delighted to show you them.
Yeah, for sure.
So this is Prince. He's my
Hello.
little chihuahua. Can you see Prince?
Yes, he's so cute.
He's really shy. He's a shy buddy.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was just sleeping all day. And then over here I have
Oh.
a Sphinx cat.
Oh, hello. Oh, the little goat. Thank you so much.
She hates to be picked up. Okay.
Oh, honey. So
So yeah,
interesting.
happy birthday. Thank you for
Thank
having me.
Yeah, thank you. Feel free to log off and thank you so much. And I'll send you that book when I find it.
Awesome. Take care.
Thanks, you. Thank you. Oh, yay.